Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Atkins. Have you or a loved one ever been affected by drug abuse? You may even know someone that is dear to your heart that struggles with addiction. The key to stopping drug abuse is to stop the mass production of the chemicals at the pharma companies before they can get in harm's way. I have personally seen drug abuse in my family. I do believe that if the drugs were not produced or ever created at the hands of a pharma company, I would have never seen that in the person who struggled with addiction would ever have went through that. To stop drug abuse in the U.S., we need to take a stand and stop the mass production of the harsh chemicals being produced at the pharma companies. Illicit drugs have become more and more extensive over the last 10 years. Illicit drugs have overran the U.S. within the last 10 years. Drugs have gotten so bad in the U.S. it is causing higher crime rates, overdoses, and deaths. The U.S. is spending more and more money every year towards illicit drug use. There are 192 drug poisoning deaths daily in the United States. The 2019 National Drug Threat Assessment says in 2019 alone, America spent $150 billion on drug crimes, rehab expenses, and the attempt to control drug rates. There must be a way in stopping these rising rates of drugs in America. I believe by stopping the mass production of the chemicals that go into the production of these illicit drugs would stop the prime drug problem in the U.S. today. The main problem we see today is fentanyl. By stopping the mass production of this drug, we can stop the use of it. Fentanyl is 80 to 100 times stronger than morphine alone, according to the DEA. Many drugs produced are commonly used in hospitals to treat pain, which are called opioids. There must be another form of medication to treat pain than long-term addictive substances. By inventing another form of medication to help treat pain, the U.S. would save thousands on drugs yearly. In America, there are so many up-and-coming treatments and vaccines that we see currently today. There's another way, but why hasn't there been another way created or invented yet? In this country, there are new forms and new uses for everything we can see and define. Let us say, for example, the U.S. comes up with an alternative form of a drug that is non-addictive to help pain and anyone's medical needs. If the production were stopped and another form of safe production was made, the substance abuse rates would drop tremendously. There would be nowhere to get the substances on the streets if it was stopped being produced. By stopping the mass production of these drugs and forming a healthier, safer drug, it would stop overdoses, drug crime rates, and even put a stop to drug rehabs because there would not be a need for the rehabs. As a country, we would watch our world become a safer place and even be able to use money towards something greater that America can improve on. The money this country throws away each year on substance abuse is unreal and needs to be stopped. By stopping pharma companies from producing the harsh chemicals in these drugs and producing a new, safer form that is non-addictive, this country would be able to see the light of day once again. The key is not to only stop substance abuse and the production of the substance itself, but to also create new means of medicine throughout the country that can take place of addictive drugs. As a fellow American who has seen many sides of substance abuse, I can personally tell you from my personal experiences that by stopping the mass production of these chemicals and drugs, there would be so much more than just money to substance abuse. It's a very scary thing to have to have seen and been around and seeing someone you love go through this, through addiction. Thank you. Are there any questions?